Mobile Pirate Radio.
Hello folks, I'm Rob Morris, Mobile Pirate Radio. Today was supposed to be a Sunday Big Show, and for 2 weeks now we have not been able to do the video because my massive sidekick Howard has had some personal things he's going through. So I'm going solo today. Well, let's get this going on, shall we? This past week we had Chico McCollum, Mr. Mardi Gras, a Mobile favorite, going down the streets of Mobile, banging on his drums, spinning his drumsticks, and I can't do it like him, and pointing, so you be Chico'd. I don't know if you can see it or not, but he signs them love, peace, and happiness. Chico, and happy Mardi Gras 2026. I have two of them, one for me and one for Howard. He not getting his until he shows up. It's only fair, right? Well, look here. This past week, the SAVE Act has been going through a whole lot of trouble up in Washington, D.C. For instance, the congressmen on the Democratic side say that it makes it impossible to vote and harder to vote for folks to vote if they have to have ID to vote with. Well, they showed on the news where the congressmen had to put in their ID into the voting poll where they sit to cast their ballots on the floor for legislation, bills passing, etc. So they can put their own ID in there to vote, but they don't want you to have an ID to go to the booth and vote for the election. Something seems wrong with that idea. Also, some female lawmakers on Capitol Hill showed up on TV last week. I wish I could find a video to show you. But they were saying that women who get married, hadn't changed their name correctly for the voter rolls, can't vote because their names don't match. Well, you know, it wasn't that long ago when these same lawmakers couldn't even define what a woman is. You know? They don't want to say what a woman is because of the trans thing and because that's their base. And now they're saying that women can't vote and it's wrong. Well, you know, instead of raising Cain about the Voter Act and having a proper ID to vote, why don't they start up a campaign getting the women to get their ID together so they can vote? That would be fair, right? But no, they won't do that either. I swear the Democrats just want to cheat their way back into power, and we got to stop that from happening, y'all. We got to stop it from happening. Now, another government shutdown is on the way, is already happening. The Democrats want to say they're not giving any more money to ICE. Well, look, ICE has already been funded through the big, beautiful bill for several years now, so it's not going to hurt ICE operations whatsoever. The only thing that's going to hurt is anybody wanting to fly because TSA agents will not be getting paid. Homeland Security, we don't have everybody looking out for whatever our adversaries might want to do to us. No funds for the Coast Guard. They're shut off as well. It doesn't seem right to leave our country in such a vulnerable state because they want to show their rear ends and argue an issue where 86% of the American people think it's a good idea to have a voter ID, while 16% doesn't think so. Sounds like a losing issue to me. I wonder what you think about it. Now, Joe Cain Day was today. Fat Tuesday coming up Tuesday. Then we'll wrap up the Mardi Gras season here in Mobile. And today I saw where Chico McCollum, a newfound friend of mine, who was in the studio for a wonderful, wonderful interview. Very interesting fella and an amazing talent as well. And he's walking through the streets of Mobile, and everywhere he turns, he gets props. Somebody's yelling, "Hey, Chico, hey, Chico." And Chico, thank you for the shout out to Mobile Pirate Radio. I really appreciate that. We'll have him back in the studio one day real soon, folks. I want to tell you something. We got a new sponsor, and it's my first sponsor, and it means a lot to me. OfficeSystemsOnline.com. That's OfficeSystemsOnline.com, where they sell printers, copiers, scanners, and their prices are just as comparable to those that you can find on Amazon. Now, as a local business here in Mobile, I've been to the warehouse, a big warehouse, bunch of equipment there, and they're wanting to sell online now. So if you do check them out, please do. If you have a business, you need a printer, you need the ink, whatever, give them a shout out and buy something from them, whatever you may need. And if you use a promo code MPR26, which is Mobile Pirate Radio 2026, MPR26, you'll get a 10% discount. So look them up online, y'all. It's OfficeSystemsOnline.com. I'll be back tomorrow with another NPR News That Matters, and maybe Howard, the big bird, will be here to help me out with it. I hope so. And in the meantime, happy Mardi Gras. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.